you guys all to the Jam Video Podcast. The first one you guys got to listen to was the audio podcast, and that was more about reselling sneakers. This one is about reselling in particular items, as well as finding your niche market or finding something that interest you guys to become an entrepreneur and to do it right now as you're currently a student at Penn State Abington. Entrepreneurship through reselling is a little bit of a challenge when you guys do not know your market. It is always beneficial that you guys do some research on your own and find out what particular items you like and what particular items are going to sell well. Entrepreneurship can come through many factors. Reselling is just one of them. I found out that if you like a certain particular item and you're really good at buying that particular item and other people want to buy it for you, they're willing to pay a certain amount of money to receive that item. So as you guys can see right here in the first photo, I have a pizza being blow dried. I also have milk being poured in a milk carton. It's supposed to demonstrate student life. I understand in Penn State Abington it can get a little expensive, especially if you guys do not have federal aid or any type of tuition assistance or parents helping you. It could be looking like a uphill battle, especially when you guys get out of school and can't get any type of profit. So entrepreneurship through reselling, you guys will be able to make a quick profit with little cash and able to gain some type of cool items as well in the meantime. So reselling, there's many different factors like when it comes to reselling. One is through networking, the other is through the internet. Also receiving certain type of credentials. If people respect you, they're willing to buy certain items for you, as well as different paths you guys want to choose. You guys can choose the streetwear path, sneakers, car accessories, any type of path anything that interests you. I guarantee you that you'll make some type of money off it. Going into a business, you need to learn a little bit about the history. You guys just can't jump right into it, but a little bit about the history, that it was first mainstream back in the 1980s, 1990s through Barbies. Sorry, I'm going the wrong way. Barbies, Furbies, Beanie Babies, and then towards the end of the 1990s, you had Pokemon, Polly Pocket, and My Little Pony. Those kind of items were big ticket items for parents during Christmas shopping. A lot of people bought them and then resold them for a higher price, and as well as if you keep certain items for a while, they go up in price. A cartridge or a little pack of Pokemon cards can go for $5,000. Furbies in the meantime can only go for like $40, even though in the heyday they were going for $300, $400 per box of Furbies. So this business model right here is the basics of reselling. As you can see, we have a demonstration of the Japanese vendor. You're supposed to be the fish, and the as well as the fish is kind of the process. That's a little bit of you and the mechanics behind it, and as well as the consumer is supposed to be your client. So what happens is that your client and the distributor never have to come intermingle. You're always facilitating the client and the distributor. You buy the particular items from the distributor, then you resell it to the client. The client may not know that he or she wants the particular item because it's not hype, it's not desirable at the moment, but once you have it, you're able to resell it for markup profit. And this is how you guys make your personal gains through that type of method. Model comes from a vast amount of items. It could be from networking. It also could be from just internet crazes and internet trends. Some of the business models will be mostly coming in from social media. As you guys can see here, it has it's a rocket with a bunch of social media networks. The rocket's supposed to represent the hype and the particular item, and the social media networks help you. Social media networks are very big and they help you a lot. You don't have to be intermingled with it. All you can just be doing is browsing around. I'm not big into the social media platforms other than Snapchat and what is the other one? Sometimes Instagram, but other than that, I'm really not into that kind of stuff. But I do a majority of my selling through third-party websites, and I should get more into depth with you guys for that. But you guys can find your own reseller market, and I do recommend heavily if you're gonna do like pieces of like design pieces, definitely go with Pinterest or an Etsy, and you guys can make a lot of profit that way. The next photo right here is avocado toast. Many people get presumed when I talk about reselling is just streetwear products, shoes, and like I don't know, like technology, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. As you can see, avocado toast is a food, and it wasn't big until like the late 2000s. And if you guys were able to purchase avocados, like farms and stuff, now you'd be reaping the benefit. It's just certain items you need to understand that there's always a market for it, and the market not necessarily knows that they want the product right there. You always have to be on the market and always be able to maneuver and buy certain products before they become hype. Asking yourself, all right, he's giving us some clearly good points, but why should I really become a entrepreneur? And there's a few simple things that it really comes down to it. One is it doesn't take a lot of money. I show you guys a photo of a poorly res hand with a bunch of cash because it literally does not take that much time, and as well does not take that much cash. You guys can go, if you build your credit up by going to your credit union, trying to get a loan that way. If not, you can go get a starter credit card, put some money in that way, use that money to then go buy certain particular items. After you get certain items, let's say you buy a sweater that's $200, resell it for $500, you pay off that credit card after a month, and then you get you have your $300 profit. You go buy more, and you keep doing that with your credit card, keep paying it off, keep doing it, and you build up your credit slowly so that you guys can obtain even bigger credit, so you guys can get bigger fish and buy even more in profit. More in merchandise, and then sell it for profit. Another way you guys should be doing this is, it's really simple. You can do it from your house. I work full-time. I am in the military. I have a daughter. What else? I do a lot of stuff. But either way, to get to the gist of it, you can do it from your house. It does not take any skill whatsoever. It's just some time management, understanding what you're doing, a little bit of capital to go into it, and a lot of researching that is involved. But other than that, you can do it from the comfort of your house. I alone was making, when I was doing it on my like day, I was making roughly about 2 to 21, I would say, choppy, like around that range in profit. And it's just, like I said, it's just from simple me just sitting in my couch and just watching Full House while my money was going up. So it's just simple things like that. The particular item, then there's not going to really make any sense to do that much homework. It should always be something that you're always interested in, so that you always stay on top of it, as well as are always updated with the new and latest technology or any type of equipment. As you guys can see in this photo right here, I put a doll here. It's called a Calls action figure, a Calls companion figure. They go for $200 retail, and then they resell for like sometimes to $1,000. But this one in particular sold for $375, and you made a profit of $320. And you made it sold for $320 because after taxes and fees, and you made a profit of $120. So if you like collectibles, that's a market that I recommend going into. Another one is the other photo right here, is shoes and other accessories. Stuff I particularly like is like the Back to the Future shoes, which I think are awesome. I'd probably never want to wear them though, because they're $25,000 that they're reselling for. The Travis Scotts are selling for $10,000, and then you have other stuff, streetwear products that are selling for $5,000 a jacket. So I think we're actually going to a commercial break. We'll be back, and we'll talk a little bit more in depth of online apps, some other reselling apps, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy it. Take care. See ya.
Ever wonder how to get the hottest sneakers? The ones that barely hit shelves? Welcome to StockX. Every pair of sneakers, every piece of streetwear, always available, always authentic. Here at StockX, there's more info than you ever thought possible. Like historical sales data and true market prices. Millions of people use StockX to shop smarter than ever before.
Hope you guys all enjoyed those commercials. To get a little bit more into depth with online shopping, the best tool to sell online is, of course, social media. Social media has made being hype such a big and wide phenomenon. It has created generated a lot of leads for myself. And without social media platforms, you really don't have a market to sell towards, because it has then become a peer-to-peer. No longer has it become an online to just random person trying to find a particular item online. Reseller apps. There's many reseller apps out there. I do recommend, if you're going to do streetwear or shoes, you try Grailed, or you try StockX, or even Reddit. So a little bit about the particular items I have. Actually, I have the Travis Scotts on hand. I love wearing these shoes. Then I have these ones as well, these cactus plants. You probably can't see it too much because of the green screen, but they are one of my favorite shoes to wear. They resell for about $1,200 to $2,000, but like I said, I like wearing it. And then the last thing I'm going to show you guys is this item right here. I was just wearing the black version. This is the red one with the purple box logo. I'm going to actually show you guys a video right now, right after this slide, and we will go and show you guys the price for this, and then go through some procedures and steps of what to do and how to buy it and stuff like that. We're going to see is a little bit about the shoes on this website. It's called StockX. When the video is demonstrating that these are certain shoes in the market and shoes that are releasing, also cool news articles that you guys can read if you go more into depth, as well as this is the apparel section. What we're going to type in the search bar right now is the red box logo, the logo that I just showed you guys with the purple square. So once we click on it, I actually have a medium. It resells right now for, when it says $8.95, it's the smallest size or the largest size. It explains how it works. I'll let you guys read it, or if you want to pause the video. The medium right now is reselling for $8.91, and after all the fees and stuff, is now selling for somewhere around the $7.82, I believe. After that, I will take you to the collectibles to show you guys, if you guys aren't into sneakers, stuff like that. Collectibles are reselling very high right now. This collectible in particular is called the Cause. Its season was 2018, and it sold at the market for $280, but now it's reselling for $512, and then after some stuff that's taken off, it's reselling for $450. The last thing I'm going to show you guys is the pop vinyls. Pop vinyls is a big thing. In certain communities, they're willing to pay hundreds of dollars for a $7.99 toy. This toy in particular is selling for $120. As you can see, you're making $100 worth of profit if you were to buy multiples. That's insane, because you can make $700 easy if you just bought a quick 7. And then this is another pop vinyl that sells only during Comic-Con. So reseller apps, again, you can use StockX, you can use Goat, you can use different conventions. One is SneakerCon. SneakerCon, they buy sneakers, they resell a bunch of stuff. It's not sneakers in general, but they just call it because that's the biggest thing they have there. And of course, you have good old eBay. People are willing to bid on particular items and try to get the cheapest solution. So the conclusion is that you want to basically be your own entrepreneur. You don't want other people to dictate or tell you what to do in a certain market. Always being an entrepreneur involves different steps and going and thinking outside the box. Reselling, and for me, did not come naturally. I was in particular looking for an item. It cost a lot, And then the next year I wanted to buy an item, I bought it, and then someone was willing to buy sneakers right off my feet. I said, sure, you can buy the sneakers. They paid me to take off my shoes, and they paid me double the price. So that's how I got into really big into the sneaker market and really big into being my own entrepreneur. I do this as a part-time. You guys can do this full-time. People make six figures, but it's the world is yours. And I really do hope you guys learned something from this. It did take a lot of time to do all this editing. It will be a little embarrassing if you guys are watching this, but I do hope you guys learned something, and have a good semester and enjoy your guys' holidays. Have a good one. Take care, guys. Thank you.